Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Monday, the 20th of November. Government forming talks have progressed to discussions of cabinet portfolios. Prime Minister-elect Chris Luxon has announced policy programs have been finalised between National Act and New Zealand First, a major milestone in negotiations. He says there were no policy trade-offs for ministerial positions because they wanted to finalise the program first.
So we've done the policy work first and foremost before we've had any conversation around cabinet positions, and we'll now kick that off now.
And New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters still not happy to discuss today's developments with media.
Are you pleased with the deal that you've reached with National regarding policy?
Next question.
What's wrong with that question?
No, are you pleased with it? Are you happy with the deal?
You're making an assumption.
A bariatric surgeon is putting the effect of a diabetes drug at the centre of a worldwide craze into perspective. Ozempic has been approved for use here, but Dr. Richard Barbour says supply is being soaked up by people overseas taking it for weight loss. But he says compared to bariatric surgery, its effect is fairly moderate, similar to a diet.
That is the thing about these drugs, is that when you stop taking them, you regain the weight. So for a 100 kilo person, you take it for a year, you lose 10, 12 kilos, you stop taking it, you'll regain the weight.
A number of small businesses worry they'll fall over. Centrix data shows company liquidations are up 40% on the same period last year, with online retailers failing most. Just over half of retailers are confident they'll survive the next year. Buy NZ Made Executive Director Dane Ambler says the cost of living is biting for a lot of people.
We are seeing a lot of Kiwi companies on the edge, or the last of their kind in the country. The sugar rush of COVID-19 has really worn off.
Meanwhile, an egg wholesaler who has gone bust, owing creditors nearly $750,000, blames the ban on battery farm eggs. The phase-out ban came into force this year and caused a shortage on supermarket shelves. Business Desk reports NZ Eggs was set up in 2021 and operated rather successfully, but it crashed and stopped trading in May because of the shortage. BDO's Ian Shepherd and Jessica Callow have been appointed liquidators of the company, and it changed its name to Short Supply Limited before their appointment last week. Insurers want the incoming government to prioritise flood resilience. IAG says it spent $1 billion in flood and cyclone payouts since last summer. The AMI State and NZI CEO Amanda Whiting says there needs to be a focus on natural hazard reduction, climate change adaptation and managed retreat.
What we're seeing through our studies is that storms are intensifying and they're increasing in frequency. So this really is an impetus for us to make some change. In sport, code-hopping athlete Niall Williams-Guthrie will join Super Rugby O-Picking next season, despite barely having played union in her life. The Black Ferns Sevens veteran has signed with the Blues to fill the women's NRL off-season. The Exeter Chiefs have launched an investigation into alleged racial abuse directed at former England rugby international Ugo Monye during a home encounter with Gloucester. Football Ferns coach Jitka Klimkova says Hannah Wilkinson's 2-match suspension has opened the door for their 3 potential debutantes. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.